Hi, welcome to my channel, and of course welcome to your reading. I'm not quite sure what's going to come through today, but I just felt very drawn to, or very guided to do a reading. And I'm also not even sure which channel I'm going to be posting this on. I actually may post it across the board, because I feel like it really is a message for everyone. So let's pull some oracle, and then we'll go from there. So let's see why you have manifested this reading, and for what purposes. Yeah, the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. And here, and it's no it's no coincidence that dropped out, because I felt it literally pull from my hand. So definitely what that's telling me is that there is some resistance. There is some resistance to the word they're giving me is the inevitable, right? Like something is taking place, and I think it has to do with the fact that we're going into this 2025, this golden era, this golden age, or you know, and if you are not new to my channel, you would have heard me speak about like that the energies have been really intense lately. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if this resonates, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, so I'm being told two more. Let's just see what else. Okay. So we have share your voice, and this is just confirming sort of the end message that I was gonna say, which is, say, I came across a tarot reader on my YouTube feed this morning, and that just I really liked his vibe, but also I really what he said resonated with me. And it also it was also very much about like speaking your truth, sharing your voice, come out of the cave, persecution expression. It's like share your art, share your message, share your truth. And we get that with crumbling. What are you holding on to? What about you? It's not what about you. Let me rephrase. Let me just give me a moment. What is it that you believe about yourself or the world or others that is keeping you stuck, right? You're holding on to things, you're clinging to things that you don't need to, and the things that you're clinging to are preventing you from stepping into all that you are. It is really beautiful. That being said, I know that this particular step, this process, can be very difficult, can be very hard, because they use the word clinging for a reason. Like when our emotions are so heightened, or when the pain is so real, it's like it's hard to do anything but cling. So as I was about to pick up this deck, these two cards popped up. The Emperor, in this case, the clinging, I think for a lot of people, there is a fear of change, possibly. There's like this, I want everything to change, but wait. And that's sort of the, you know, this is the grass really going to be greener on the other side? Because, you know, we've had this thing instilled in us of like, don't, you know, stay where you are, because actually it's not always better. Like we've kind of been conditioned to not take chances. We've been conditioned to stay where we are. And for some of us, when we're in situations like that, one of the ways that we cope with it, deal with it, is we go into a state of over control, right? So I mean, with the Emperor card, like, yeah, she could be the master of her own universe, right? She's the conductor, but she can also be the controller, the I don't like the word that they're giving me here, but dictator, in the sense that everything becomes stringent. And you know, the more stringent things are required for her to feel safe, the more she keeps, or the more, in this case, you know, whoever this is resonating for, the more you are keeping this from falling apart and from all the beauty that you dream about, that you believe about yourself, that you know, that you whisper to yourself, those things, they're all true. You are just in this moment for some of you, because I do get the feeling that this isn't for all of you, but some of you are really in this place where you don't want to look up. You want the change, but you fear the change. You fear for many, and you know, we fear for many reasons, and it is often also because of the situations that we're in, but for some people in this collective, and whichever collective I am reading for, as I said, it just seems to, this net seems to be getting wider and wider. So I was actually a bit hesitant initially to sit down to do it. I'm like, oh, can I cope with the energies? But I feel like they're pretty much, it's, yeah, anyway, let me not assume anything. For the people that this resonates with, that you're holding on, and you are sort of at a stage in your life where you are controlling, something needs to be looked at. Okay. Okay, we have the Queen of Materials, the Eight of Voices, and the Nine of Voices. Actually, I think I'm going to flip the camera down and, well, I don't know, let's see how it goes. But this Queen of Materials, this Queen of Pentacles, right? She's kind of standing in her own right? She is, right, I'm going to say right any more times there. But she is standing in her own, and that is, and she's doing it in a brazen, unafraid, unapologetic way. Like, she's like, hey, I am who I am, and I'm gonna be who I am and not apologize for it. That is, you know, that is goes hand in hand with this, what you've been training for lifetimes. That being said, there is, okay, I'm gonna get to this Priestess card now. That being said, there are some perspectives that still need to shift, right? We've got the Nine of Voices, and this deck would be the Nine of Swords, and we've got the Eight of Voices, which is the Eight of Swords. And interestingly, they came out, you know, in the Nine. So what that tells me, it goes 9 and 8. What that tells me is that there is some backtracking, some back and forth, some 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 3 steps forward, 5 steps back, however it is, and it's because of the mind. And something in your immediate, I don't know if immediate is the right word, something in your current life circumstance is pulling you back, maybe putting you in a state of fear, putting you in a state of anger, putting you in a state of, but it's pulling you back, but you are allowing it to, right? You're holding on to it. There is a fear that if you let it go, where will you be? Like right now, holding on to this seems to allow you to sleep peacefully at night. It seems to, you know, and it's the illusion. It's the illusion of our inner child, right? This is what has worked for you for decades. But it keeps bringing you back here to this place of feeling trapped, this place of viewing the world from the perspective of being in a cage, from the perspective of being one against the other, the everything. And you know, it seems like what is happening is when we get to that stage, that stage, spirit, the universe, you know, something always seems to pull you back. And then you kind of seem to be starting, for some of you, seems to be starting this journey again. However, with the changing of energies, right, you've been given the Two of Voices, the Two of Swords, a decision. There is no right, there is no wrong. And it is not a decision in the material world. It is a decision in the mind. It is a decision on how to be in the world. And how you choose to be in the world, to see the light, to see the dark, to look at the world with curiosity, to look at the world with fear. There are many viewpoints, many perspectives, many things to choose. And I love the Knight of Materials, but you are coming. Things are coming quickly in the sense that you are running. I love how these two particular cards just seems to kind of blend in together, like this transformation. The horse becoming the person who realizes that she is the flower, who realizes that, yeah, there is this coming into all that is. And that is a very, very beautiful thing. So, okay, I'm being told to look at this, and I'm being told to look at the bottom deck. So we have the Ace of Materials. So materials are pentacles in this deck. This is a time for new ways of expressing yourself in the world, whether it be via art, whether it be via the way that you talk to people. There are just new ways of expressing yourself, new and beautiful ways that will open up doorways and actually bring you to the end, right? To the end of this juncture. This Nine of Voices, I mean this Ten of Voices being the Ten of Tens, like, yes, it looks like painful, but there is this unfolding that is occurring, and it is not occurring in the sense that nothing is being given. Like, it is being, with the Five of Voices, it is being replaced with so much beauty. The message here with the Hanged Muse is, it doesn't matter how long you stay or choose to remain in the current perspectives that you are in. It doesn't matter how long you choose to hold on to certain stories that keep you stuck, because in that space you will be learning new and beautiful things, right? Like, it's almost like the longer you stay there, the more each of your petals really becomes like one of those petals. But it is, you can hop out of this whatever is, you know, that game Stuck in the Mud? Like, your feet are stuck and you're literally just waiting for someone to come and tap you and set you free. Like, but someone's already tapped you. You're just choosing to stay stuck. So it's very much like, this is in your own timing, all of it. Gonna just shuffle, see what else, if there is anything else. This message is a little bit more intense than I sort of expected it to be for the day that it is. I mean, this reading is timeless, but for those of you that are seeing it in present time, it is Christmas Day 2024. Okay. We have the Nine of Emotions, and we have the Temperance. Whatever is going on in your life, in the lives of this collective, however it is manifesting, whatever things need to shift, whatever you are clinging to, because it really will be different for everyone. For some people, it'll be in relationships. For other people, it'll be in maybe family dynamics. It'll be different for everyone. But you are really, this is about transformation. This is about your transformation, and it is beginning in the mind, and it is beginning to, you're beginning to see it in the material. Maybe synchronicities, maybe you know, you're stopping to smell the roses, but you're seeing confirmations in your reality, which is helping to push this forward. You're maybe finding your soul tribe, you're connecting to people online, you're watching videos like this, or and with that unity, that three, that coming together, you know, you're finding maybe the help that you need, and it is bringing you to this point. You're about to, you know, you will be, once you pass this phase, and you allow things to come into balance, and you allow things to come into the natural flow, you're here, you're in the happy place. You're in the place where you're kind of always happy, because you know that happiness is always a breath away. And I know that sounds, or may sound, a bit woo-ha and crazy, and like a bit very monk living on a mountain, because I mean, I hear you, I feel you, I know how hard it is to be in this state, in this world currently, especially as things are changing. But things are changing within you, and as a result, you know, this beauty is coming in. So if some of you feel inclined to go into yourself, into a bit of a hermit phase, follow your intuition. It is within ourselves that we find all the answers. This Devil card, it's very, very interesting. I find it quite beautiful, because in this particular context, I see it as like I said earlier, that you are sort of the puppet master. You are controlling how quickly and how slowly and how painfully and how less painfully this whole unfolding process takes place. Like you really are the puppet master, because right after the Devil, oh, what card do we get? Sure, it's Temperance. No, 14. So we go from balance, and then we go into, you know, but you are creating this. You are in charge of all that is taking place. So it's an inner work thing. It doesn't even have to be, right? Sometimes we can recognize a trauma, recognize our trigger and how it affects us in the now, and simply that is enough to heal. We don't need to go further into the trauma or anything like that. For others, some people need to go into, some people need to really sit in that. I'm actually going to share another link in the description box of a video I mean, it was beautiful. It was literally one of the most honest sort of people describing their unfolding and their shadow work into them. So it was quite spectacular. So I'll share it, and maybe it'll inspire you to start asking yourself some similar questions, to bring peace, to bring yourself to a state where it doesn't matter what happens, you are unaffected by anything around you, because the only thing that really can affect you is you. I don't know why I wanted to end it, but they really are. Okay, so let's just see what else we've got here. I don't know what it's going to pop out, and that'll be what it'll be. There you go. Okay, Queen of Voices and the Muse of Inspiration. Okay, so this is just a little, like, you're going to be doing things differently, being this new you, trying how do I say this, being curious about different ways of being, trusting your instinct, opening up to yourself, and it's going to feel like the world is judging you. It's going to feel like you're walking this path alone, and everyone is, or for some of you it is. For me, it did, and sometimes still does. So in my little, you know, we all have moments. So it's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. with the Queen of Swords, like she is looking to the future. She is in charge of her future. She has mastered her mind, right? Like when she looks at these people watching her as she walks, she's like, they're cheering me on. They're like, yeah, finally she did it. I don't know. This is just a message for someone or someone's, that final, like, because like I said, I feel like this net is very wide, and I think that some of you really are at this stage, the sharing of your voice, this coming out, and that seems to be a pretty common theme in readings that I've done for my channels and readings that I've done for other people. Find your tribe and befriend your mind. Like, allow the beauty that is within it to unfold. Have a beautiful, beautiful now. Please don't forget to check the description box. I am going to add 2 really fun links in there. And yes, if this resonated, please do like it, please do comment. And for those of you that are watching this current time, have a beautiful festive season. Okay, have a beautiful now. Bye bye.